welcome to the first ever FCB podcast with myself, the fat centre back, and you've got here there, look at him there, the main man, Immi Harden, and then that beautiful face you can see with no camera, that is Luke Jeff Pearson, he must be called.
Right, needs to be getting himself a camera, don't we?
Yeah, he needs to
be a regular.
I'll bring me last one from work, never for next time, so shoot that.
And the topic of today's discussion is the Premier League standings for this season. So we've been away and we've gone and done our tables, and yeah, we're going to go from 20th upwards to the top of the table, and we'll see if any of us match at all, which I reckon only the top two will probably match. Everything else I reckon will be different.
Surely 20th matches.
Well,
I think it will.
Right, who wants to start off then? Do you want me to go first?
Well, if you think you've got something different than us,
Right.
then I think you go first.
Right, I've went for Bournemouth.
Oh, yeah, well, so have I.
I've went for Liverpool.
Yeah,
I've went for Bournemouth myself. Shite, absolutely shite.
My reason for Bournemouth is I was looking at the squad before, and I just don't think Solanke is going to get enough goals for them to keep them up.
Have you even signed anyone? I don't remember signing anyone this summer.
Tavernier and Fredericks. That's it. Really, I think you might sign some others, but they're the only notable ones I've signed.
Fredericks from West Ham.
Yeah.
And then that kid from the Championship, isn't he? That Tavernier from Bilton Butter.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going straight back down.
But like Solanke carried them last season, and he's not going to do that in the Prem.
Yeah, it's a big step up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everyone's got them 20th.
Yeah, because if he would have been a Premiership quality, Liverpool, Chelsea wouldn't have let him go.
Yeah, that's it.
So we all agree then, yeah, Scott Parker's going straight back down with Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, 19th, you want to start this one off? Oh.
I've got Fulham.
I've got Fulham.
I don't have Fulham.
You get Fulham as well?
I've got Brentford.
Brentford? Oh, go on, I'll let you have the room for this one.
Right, so they lost Ericsson, and for me, when he came in, he was unbelievable. And when he actually, stats-wise, when he came in, I think he played 11 or 10 league games. They won 7 that he started, drew 1 and lost 2. Like, that's when he came in. Like, he kept them up.
Oh, yeah.
Can't all be him, but losing him, and then they haven't really replaced him with anyone, so...
At the end, they signed anyone? Dalsgaard or sort of scene? That it?
No one I've really heard of anyway.
Yeah, I was looking at it before, couldn't remember any names.
But I think they're going to struggle, and then obviously when I started looking into it a bit more, I was like, yeah, I think they're going to go down.
Second season syndrome as well, as the old saying. See, funny enough, I've actually got them 18th, so Brentford are in my bottom three for me as well. Yeah.
That's different for me.
For that, for exactly the same reason. Ericsson, before Ericsson come, they were at the bottom with us and Leeds and everyone else fighting. He comes in, obviously world class player, and let's be honest, and he changed them. So, but yeah, without him, they haven't replaced him. And they had quite, I'd say, luck with injuries last season. Tony played every game, didn't he? So a little injury to him or something as well.
I mean, the keeper's good, like.
Yeah, they've got a few good players, haven't they? That centre back from Celtic's good as well. That Asia, but I don't know. I still think they can go down.
I think they're going. Like, I'm convinced.
Yeah, I went for Fulham just because, again, goals, and Mitrovic just doesn't do it in the Prem at all. Yeah,
he's like stuck in the limbo, isn't he? Like too good for the Championship, but not good enough for the Prem. Like Gale, isn't he?
Yeah, like the Championship, I think he smashed the record by 12 goals, didn't he?
Yeah,
like 1 or 2, like he doubled everyone else's, and like he comes to the Prem and just doesn't do it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went for Fulham.
Oh, I don't have Fulham going down.
Oh, okay.
I can see why though. I can see why you've not put them to go down, because I actually think they've got some half decent players as well myself. And if Mitrovic can step up, I don't think they'll go down. But it's whether or not it does, isn't it?
I mean, I'm not going to claim to know a lot about him, but they paid 18 million for Palhinha from Sporting. I'm not going to sit here and say I watched them, don't know anything about them whatsoever. But they've also signed that player who's meant to be good.
They signed that winger from the Ukrainian team as well, and that Monar Solomon or something. He's got an FM and all that. So
they signed Mbabu, and then they brought in Leno as well.
Oh yeah, Leno's decent.
I really think they're going to do all right.
Is Mbabu the Wolfsburg player?
Yeah.
The right back.
They signed loads of players last time, didn't he? And
yeah,
they were shite, weren't they? And like some of the players you signed, you're like, that's steady, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to sign to stay up, but I don't know, like Leno's Premier League proven. He's a good
Yeah, I
fucking
think
player.
he's a good sign. It was only 4 mil or something as well, wasn't it?
I remember Fulham last time they come in when we think they were live, one of the games, and the defence was shocking, wasn't it? Literally, falling over each other.
Yeah,
I don't
and then
like
he
when
scored
you
a
got a
bit
free.
2-0 or something.
Yeah, it was literally falling over. I was like, what is this? But it's Marco Silva though, and it's different style of play than
Yeah.
what Fulham are normally used to. I just hate Fulham in general anyway.
It's a shit tin pot club, innit?
Yeah, I went for my 18th place. I went for Forest. Just because obviously it's been years. I don't want them to go down like.
It's on that though, but when it 3 promoted teams.
Yeah, I just looking at them like Lingard. They're gonna rely on Lingard.
That even
heavily.
ever happened before. The 3 promoted teams gone straight back down.
Normally one team has a good season, don't they?
Yeah, no, it's always one team always like stays up and does well for a few seasons, don't they?
I just think it's all about Lingard.
Guys,
If he's not performing, they got rid of Spence, didn't they? Because someone else signed Spence.
Oh yeah, he went to Spurs, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to Spurs. So they lost it like the attacking side there, and then there's a kid on the wing that's good that everyone was looking at.
Waddle, no, not Waddle.
No, Waddle.
Brennan Johnson.
That's the one. Yeah, so I think those two are key for them, but I think it's all about Jesse Lingard's show for me. I just don't get the reason behind his move other than
They got Dean Henderson coming in as well.
Yeah.
He's introduced Dave Hardaway where he was kicking off at United for not making him number 1.
I think he was promised it when he went to Gea.
You can't promise someone just like to keep him. I don't think he's better than De Gea, is he? Not as good as De Gea.
He's not better than like, let's be honest.
It's when De Gea was having that bad patch, weren't he? He thought I was getting in here. So who else has got 18th then there? I got the
If you got 18th, Luke?
I got Brentford.
You got you have Brentford. So
same reason as you, yeah.
Here we go.
I feel like I'm the only one going a bit outrageous. I've got Leeds.
Mine was a toss-up between Forest and Leeds.
Yeah, again,
they've lost Phillips, they've lost Rafinha. Like, I don't know. 2 best players. They brought in
loads of
Americans, aren't they? Americans as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Just like untested. It's just you don't know what you're going to do. I think Leeds would be mad. I think they're either going to have a good season where all these players are clicking, or they're just going to be shite again. You don't know because they just brought in that many players, but. The players they bought in are supposed to be on paper good young players, aren't they? But you don't know until you play them in this league. Could be shite.
It's the Americans as well, Dapton.
Yeah.
And Gellart is probably the big thing now, with it coming through. And Rodrigo needs to step up for him.
Is that Gellart a Scouser? Am I making that up, or is he?
He's something to do with Liverpool. He is something Liverpool based, I'm sure. Someone said he was like something to do with Liverpool.
His name's Joe, isn't it?
I think it's Joe Gellart, yeah.
Played for Wigan.
I know he played for Wigan, yeah, but sure he was a Scouser.
But at Bamford as well, the big thing with them, they keep Bamford fit. Cause when
he's born in Liverpool.
He was, yeah, big place with Liverpool, yeah.
There's Bamford's injuries last season cost him as well, didn't he? Because he was.
Yeah, he had a good season, didn't he?
Yeah, he was doing very well. He was close to getting an England call up.
And where's Atty against Villa? That was a sick Atty, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. He was close to an England call up as well.
Yeah, he was.
So. Yeah, so there's no surprise for me. At 17th, I've got Leeds.
Yeah, I've got Leeds myself at 17th.
I mean, it's a toss-up for me between them and Forest. I were Forest 17th, but I think there's a lot of teams who... I think the promoted teams don't look bad coming up against some of the teams whose squads just aren't looking strong. Forest... I mean, Bournemouth going down, let's be honest, but yeah, I really think Forest and Fulham stay up.
I think Bournemouth are the one team who are like safe, like like Norwich come up every year, you just know they're gonna go down before they even play the game. I think Bournemouth are just like the whipping boys. I mean, I've got Fulham and Brentford to go down, but I can easily see Fulham and Brentford staying up. But Bournemouth, it's just no way they can. I just don't think they're staying up at all.
Yeah, just don't see it. But you know what? They'll play do something against Everton with Stanislas. He'll play his only game against us and tear us apart like he always does.
No doubt.
Yeah. There's a couple of other teams who I had down here as well. I think it's going to be close between like 17. I mean, like you say, Bournemouth are gone.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's going to be a few down here.
Yeah, so 17th I went for Leeds and you went for Forest, didn't you? So we agreed Leeds or Forest, don't we, for that last one there. And then to 16th I went for Southampton.
I went for Forest.
I've also got Southampton.
Yeah, I reckon they brought a Rebo in. We had a good season for Rangers, but I just don't see where the goals are going to come from for them. Ward-Prowse is going to be the main man as always for them from set plays. Rebo's got that bit of flair. I just don't think defensively they're very good. They always
I
seem
was
to start
watching
off
them.
well, don't they? And just
Yeah.
deteriorate through.
I was watching them last season, and I was just remember sitting there thinking, how are they not like bottom three? Because the team's like just not good at all. You got like a couple of good players like Ward-Prowse and that, but then you look for the rest of the team, it's just like you just right, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just
That
average.
Turdums up front, who's a crab. And just crabs at that Bednarach and all proper shit players, average players everywhere. So I think they'll struggle myself to be fair.
And they struggled last season as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
started well again.
they haven't
didn't
improved really. They've not really brought anyone in to improve them. Yeah, Rebo, yeah, the keeper from City, but
they? Yeah, and
He's
then,
crap, that keeper though.
and then
Just-
Boy,
Is he the one who played the final and just dropped it in or something? That him in a same keeper?
Uh,
The Australian
the-
also.
oh yeah.
And then is it Boyer? Is it? That's how you pronounce his name. Back to Chelsea. Whatever
Oh
his
yeah,
name
yeah,
was.
Brozier, yeah.
Yeah, back to Chelsea.
I was
So-
thinking then, who did they have a front last season? It was him, wasn't it? Yeah.
So that's 16. That was my reasons for that, and then my title for Brentford for 15th.
15-5 gone for Southampton.
I've
They're
got
all sort of.
Fulham,
Yeah,
so
they've
we're
all sort of
basically
got like the same
covered
teams,
all.
haven't we?
Yeah, I think with this, I think our bottom five are all exactly the same. Obviously different
Yeah.
order, but Bournemouth, Brentford, Leeds, Forest, and Fulham.
Southampton, yeah. So it is like the bottom like 6 you've all got, just in different order, but we all reckon they're going to struggle.
Yeah,
massively.
therefore.
This way might get a bit interesting now. I don't think anyone's gone in for my pick for 14th. This is going to be surprises.
But they-
You ready for this one? Leicester.
Ooh.
I can see it, but
Just because they've lost Schmeichel and they've made no signings, and for
Don't get that one at all, me. You know why have they sold him?
I don't get it.
He's
And,
captain,
yeah,
big player, he's still a decent keeper as well.
no signings. Fofana and Madison linked both away.
Yeah. They need to balance the books or something. He was saying, don't
Yeah,
they?
and the keeper's going to be Ward unless they get someone in.
Yeah.
do you know how much they sold Schmeichel for?
A mil.
1 mil.
1 mil.
Yeah.
Mil to Nice.
Mad.
I just don't like out the blue. I just don't know where that come from and why he wanted to leave. Did he get forced?
Well,
to leave?
South of France lad, innit? It's probably I can see why he wants to leave. Like
Yeah, he's probably
they've been taken over, aren't they? They're rich now, aren't they? That Nice. So they've signed Ramsey as well, haven't they, on a
Yeah.
free?
Yeah.
So I think nice little payday,
Look-
nice place to live, innit?
Looking obviously from the outside and the inside, does Schmeichel know something that we all don't? You know, he's seeing nothing going. He's no recruitment coming in and getting off. He's only 35.
Yeah, but do you really think? I mean, I know they haven't signed anyone. I mean, they've got Ward, who's an international. If they lose Madison Fofana, yeah, fair enough. But right now, as you're looking at it, are they really worse than some of the other teams that you've got above them?
I think they've got a good squad like myself. They've got some good players, haven't they? But they just they're weird.
The form near the end of last season, we nearly got to catch up to them.
I know we did that one point, didn't we?
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's like, and we were on our arse. But yeah, I think that's just that. If Ward-Prowse, if Madison and Fofana go, and they're going to balance the books, who are they going to bring in for that quality?
Yeah.
At this short notice as well.
I think
I
they're
don't
both
know.
pushing the moves on me. You know, I think Fofana definitely wants to go, and Madison, he definitely chase the money out of Newcastle. Him seems that type. Little blade.
They've got a few players who could go to better clubs. Fofana, Madison, as mentioned, Tielemans.
Tielemans, yeah.
quality.
Yeah. And he's linked with Arsenal as well, isn't he?
Barnes has been linked with Newcastle as well, hasn't he? Harvey Barnes.
Yeah,
Barnes is good as well.
Barnes is key for them. And keeping
That's
Vardy
what
fit.
But that's what I mean. Like, look at those players that were just mentioned, and you're putting them below some of these teams. For me, like, yeah, all right, if they lose them, you're right. But right now, I don't think I can have them that low. I don't see.
Just
mate.
the teams above them have strengthened.
I'll have a later, mate.
That's what I'm thinking. The teams above them have strengthened the squad where they've not done anything with it.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they stay with Ward, it's going to be interesting. He hasn't played much Premier League football, has he?
Well, yeah, I went for Wolves, me, but I just don't think they're a good team. Don't think they signed anyone. I think they've had a few years of the Prem now. I think they've just got worse every year. I think this is going to be. I mean, talking about selling Cody to us as well, aren't they? I mean, I don't get that one myself. The captain played every minute of every game since he's been back in the Premiership, bar one, I think. So I don't get that one myself. But I don't know. I just think I don't think they've got any standout players. Jimenez is sort of, he had a good season with or two when he started, but he sort of went off the boil since he hit his head.
I think
Different things as well.
Neto as well. I think Neto's really good.
Good player, him, but he missed the whole last season, and he with that bad injury, so I don't know how he's going to come back. If he's going to be a bit rusty, I don't know.
I mean, Wolves are just. I haven't got them this far down, but my note on them is literally they're just there. They are just
just
there.
Basically, that is, innit? It
Right.
is. They're just there, aren't they? Yeah.
There's another team that I have like that as well. They're just there. Like they're not gonna go down. They're not gonna get you. They're not gonna do it. They're just taking part.
I've got Wolves quite high up as well, so you'd be surprised with my one.
You've got Wolves high up.
Yeah, got them in the top 10.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Clueless, you lot.
Just think that they're steady.
You got fucking Wolves top 10. You got Leicester like 15th or something. Do my head in here, Bulbid.
Yeah,
Wolves.
that's questionable. That lad.
This is what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
I guess you've just basically swapped places with Leicester.
Yeah.
But that's questionable. Well, I've got Everton in 14th.
It looks fuming.
And- Well, for me, it's hard to judge. Like they could go down.
Yeah.
They could finish a little bit higher up, but your team last season, like your defense was just. I like Tarkowski, but your defense last season was just shocking. You've lost Richarlison. DCL's injured. I don't think he's that great, but who else is there?
Ellie, that's the best number 9 in the world.
And then
Rondon.
McNeil, 20 mil. Yeah, he's going to give you a bit of energy in the team, and it's a little bit extra going forward. But 20 mil is a bit steep, but I think you have to. I think you need someone. You need people to come in. He's just got
I think
no one.
Garner Gay is the biggest signing we could have probably made the last couple of years, to be honest with you. If we get him over the line, yeah. Before, let's say this time last week, I was genuinely thinking and going into the season, like, I think we're going to be struggling again, but if we can get Garner in, as well as the new kid in midfield, some legs, I think he'll be alright, like, I think we'll be quite safe.
That'd give you a bit of hope.
The
definitely.
RV port and the both signings are done as well.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Garner, especially Garner, you know what he's about, he's done it before, he's been at PSG, so I think he'll be a massive signing for us, like.
For me, if both those signings are done, then they go above my next team, because my next team in 13th, I actually originally had getting relegated, and I thought, nah, that's a bit too outrageous, and I moved them up, but something tells me they're really gonna fucking struggle, really struggle, and it's Brighton.
I was thinking the same thing, as well. Just I don't think they've got many good players. After they're just like a well-organised team, but they haven't I think they're just there. They just come up. You know what you're gonna get from them, like 14th every season sort of thing. So yeah, I've got them as well myself. To be fair, Brighton.
They lost Basuma as well.
Yeah, of course.
As well.
Cucurella as well. Yeah,
he's just gone today, hasn't he?
I had in my 13th for Everton. Just because I just don't see where the goals are coming from us. Say the defence.
I think we'll sign a striker myself, like before the end of the season.
Yeah, going by like now, see the window's still open. It's just going like what now. Signing wise, and we've got no DCL. We're gonna play Dele Alli up front, aren't we, tomorrow probably? So
So you go with Everton. You're going, oh yeah, let's go by now. But with Leicester, you think half their squad's fucking gone, mate?
Yeah, just by default. And no keeper as well. Like I just want to see Ward being as good as what they're gonna need. Vardy didn't stay fit much last season, did he? And he struggled.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got the same amount of teams again. Who did you have 13th, Lou? You just Brighton, didn't you? Same as me.
Yeah, Brighton. Yeah, sorry, Brighton.
I mean, sure. I don't know. They could definitely go down. I think up to this, I think Everton, because they got those two signings at the line, they might not be. They should be all right. But
it's the goals.
The rest of them, I think, literally, it's going to be a massive relegation fight.
Yeah. Right, we're up to 12th. I went for Villa.
I've got Villa myself.
I've got Wolves, but you can talk about Villa if you want.
They started deteriorating, and they started off well, and then they slowly started deteriorating down as well. I think if Coutinho performs, I think they probably do a lot better than 12th. But it's Leon Bailey's probably massive for him this year. He got injured, didn't he? He tore it up for Leverkusen.
I just don't think Steven Gerrard's improved him at all. I actually think he's a good manager as well, by the way. It's not me just hating on him because he's left Liverpool, but I don't think he's improved him at all. Made some good signings, they've got a good team on paper, but I just think they looked ordinary last season.
I've got them 7th.
Have you?
And the only reason is, I mean, it's obviously some Gerrard bias, I'm not going to deny it. But they've got Martinez in goal. They brought in Diego Carlos. They've got Digne, McGinn, Coutinho. They just bought that Kamara. Don't know much about him, but he's sick on FM. And then they've got,
Oh yeah, forgot about him. Yeah, from Marseille.
and,
Yeah.
and they've got Leon Bailly, who I think's unreal. I just think if Gerrard isn't in like 9th, 8th, 7th, I think he's done a bad job.
Yeah, and I think they definitely need to get top 10 at least. To be fair, but I don't know.
The club's got
First full
backing now,
season
haven't
of for it.
they? I've really got decent backing now as well.
Not sure.
Sure.
Well, they're backing Gerrard, aren't they? They're
Yeah.
giving him whatever he's want. Going out and signing Coutinho, Diego Carlos, like.
Big fan of John McGinn. I like John McGinn.
Yeah, good player him. Hey,
Made him captain as well, haven't he?
Yeah, made him captain.
I said this years ago, and I've told you this before. When I went to go and watch Hibs in my old work, lad, I went, that John McGinn for them is a good player. Him should be a scout lad. Yeah, should be a scout lad. This goes viral, lad. Hire me. My name's Jeff.
So you went for, did you say Wolves then, Ian, yeah?
Yeah, and I got Wolves, which we've already spoke about, but for me, they're just, like I said, they're just there.
Yeah.
It's just Portugal, innit? Portugal
Yeah.
Messi's.
Yeah, it's just from Portugal, you go to Wolves.
They're just there. Like, I've got
Yeah.
nothing to say. I've actually got nothing to say about them other than their keeper was quality last season. But other than that, there's just nothing
That's because
there.
you're growing the same beard as him. Alright, we're on to the 11th. And I think they're going to do well because I love the strike force. I've done the creativity. I've gone for Palace. Just for
I've gone for Palace as well.
Saha, Eze, Elise, just pace and flair in it. It's just proper entertaining football.
I think they're doing the right thing, aren't they, with Vieira, getting in young players,
Yeah.
like young English players who know the league, obviously, but got like that. Eze he was injured
Yeah.
loads last season, really. He's a good
Yeah.
player in ball, isn't he, mate?
Elise and Saha.
Yeah,
it's
that Gooey centre back, so I think he's quality as well.
Yeah.
Centre back, I think he's a good player.
loads of
Mitchell.
Chelsea rejects. Mitchell is one for
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Mitchell, good little player. Yeah.
yeah.
Haven't they lost that guy, though? Hasn't he gone
No,
back?
he's still there.
Oh,
Oh,
he
he's
signed
still
him.
there?
Yeah.
He signed him, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Look
Signed
like
him, yeah.
before to make sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they have, yeah.
Loads of
Is
Chelsea.
he like the captain? He was the captain for them, wasn't he?
Who was that
He's
captain?
captained them before, hasn't he?
Was it Coyote captain? Coyote, is he?
No. No, it's that centre mid, isn't it? Was it the angry looking one who takes pens?
Mitrovic.
Yeah, he was captain, wasn't he? Yeah. He's gone now, hasn't he?
He's the captain.
Yeah. It's been said, well, they're on in a couple of hours, aren't they? So we get to find out. But Palace, I like watching Palace games, as you know. That front three.
Yeah.
It's gonna tear a couple of people apart.
Someone I've got a soft spot for, as Luke will know, is Edouard. Big Edouard. What a player.
Well, where's it come from, Edouard? This FM, was it, or something?
Edouard? The French fucking fella?
Psycher from Celtic.
One who I signed?
Oh, fucking hell, you cheating, lad.
Yeah, well, he's at Palace, isn't he? And
Oh, yeah, of course he is.
yeah. So
So,
I think he's good, and
Yeah.
I think Vieira's actually been quality, to be honest.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to sit here and say an expert. Didn't watch loads. This is my first season really getting back into football, but from what I've seen, I think he's good.
Yeah, I like
It's changed the whole dynamic of that club because it was like Roy Hodgson, wasn't it? The whole style
It's a
score.
big change in the space of 12 months, innit? From Roy Hodgson to like the way they play now. It's a big
Yeah.
change, innit?
Boss just thought that front three is just like so good to watch, and the young as well.
Obviously, I've never been there, but apparently their
Stadium.
atmosphere is amazing. Their fans are amazing. So I hope they do well.
That pro clubs chanting it. CPFC, CPFC.
And then let's just hope no one kicks Vieira.
Oh yeah, fucking I remember that.
Yeah. The fan got done, but Vieira got away with it.
Belter.
Alright, we're to the top 10 now. So, in 10th place for me is Newcastle.
I've got Newcastle myself.
I've got Leicester.
Yeah.
For me, I still think they've got. We can talk about Newcastle after, but Leicester, we've already touched on them. I just think they've still got a good team. They
Yeah, I
have
think
lost
that
Jamaica, but keeping your team together and not signing. I mean, not signing anyone's a bit rough, like, but not signing people isn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. I think they got the signings wrong last year though with that Daka and Samora. Both good players in their own right, but I don't think they worked, have they? Samara in particular, he's supposed to be dead good, man, but he's done anything, has he? And Daka was always in and out the team, so he didn't really get a run of games going. So unsure on him as well, but you never know. Could have good seasons.
I went for Newcastle just for like, obviously they got Gomes in there now. We've got obviously Saint Maximum is all creativity and flair, and then when Wilson's fit, Wilson scores goals. But I think the main thing that they got right was moving Joe Linton to the 8. I think he's been
Well, hasn't he?
absolute unit in there. In
Yeah,
that
he's a
8,
big kid, isn't he?
and like we all know as a striker, we were all laughing at him. Like he was
Yeah,
he's
he's
terrible,
terrible. Yeah, he was.
terrible striker for big money. And then I think it was Steve Bruce that actually moved him as well. I know Eddie Howe was getting all the credit. It was Steve Bruce that moved him into centre mid, and the difference. I think he started getting called up for the Brazil squad.
He's done well, to be fair, hasn't he? He's gone from like a laughing stock, and he's like a decent player.
Yeah, and like he's a unit. It is like in that centre mid spot. If he comes flying in, mate, you best be going in because you'll get hurt.
Wouldn't stop him, like.
Yeah. And I think what Newcastle trying to build and what they're getting right, what Everton didn't get right, is they're not spending daft money for.
Yeah, I thought, being honest, right, when they got taken over and all that, and how rich they are, I thought they were just going to go complete Man City and just literally sign anyone. And I've seen him, like, that kid that striker, I don't know his name, Hugo Etechia or something his name is, he's ended up going to PSG on loan, hasn't he? But Newcastle, like, were offering, and they just wouldn't pay him the wages, which I think's, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they could easily just go, yeah, go whatever you want, but then it's not going back from that, though. Once you start doing that, every person you sign forever on, it's just going to be, well, I want 200 grand a week then.
Yeah.
So they are being sensible with it, to be fair. I thought they'd just go full City and just go, get him.
I reckon they looked at the Everton project and said, just don't do what they done.
Yeah, we're the best example to use, aren't we?
Yeah.
They have got more money than anyone. Like I think these could have been higher if I think the transfers they brought in are good, but I do think they could have done more with the money.
Yeah, I think they just haven't done enough. I mean, they've bought some decent players, but I thought they were like, they haven't made like a signature sign after, like a massive. I mean, that Bruno was in January, I suppose, but this summer I thought they would also spent like 70 mil on, top player, but they haven't really.
Do you reckon the weather's got big and fat?
In a minute, mate.
Newcastle? You know what I mean? When you come to buy someone and go, come play for Newcastle, it's cold, 300 days a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the reason they're not paying the wages is down to the board or down to Eddie Howe?
I think Eddie Howe, mate. I think the board will just say whatever, just do what he wants. Because let's be honest, they've only bought it for a vanity project, haven't they? They've got money to come out their asses, so. I think if Eddie Howe went, I'd want to sign him and put him on 300 a week. I think he'd be like, good. Whatever.
They just give Eddie Howe a new contract as well, haven't they, today?
Oh, well, I see. When, you know what, right? When he first went there, I thought he's going to take them down because I didn't think he was that good. But he done a boss job at Newcastle, didn't he? Not just keeping them up, but the way he done. Like, they were like top 5 or top 4 position-wise in form. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's whether that form goes into the new season.
Oh, that's it, innit? That's it.
Who did you have in 7th? You take Leicester, did you?
I had Leicester, yeah.
Alright, 9th. Obviously, we've already touched on them. I put Wolves up there. Just always see it in around that position.
Yeah, I've got Leicester.
And I've got Newcastle, which was for all 3 of them. So
yeah.
Right, and then 8th. Surprisingly, I've got Brighton.
I've got West Ham.
I've got West Ham.
Brighton 8th.
Yeah.
Bullet. How was your picks, lad?
Potter style of football. After playing lovely football, when I went to watch them with Everton, they absolutely slapped us. I know we were the best, but the way they keep the ball.
Everyone slapped us last season. I don't take them to that.
Yeah, but like, look where they finished last season. Was it 9th? Was it?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they finished 9th.
So you know what I mean? It's like, I know they've obviously lost Basuma, but I don't think he played much because he was going through whatever he's going with personal issues. If it was actually down to that. Yeah, that. But yeah, just the Potter, just the Potter effect. He has been playing nice football.
It
suits them. So, for one position higher than last season. I'll do that for them.
They haven't really improved their squad. I can't see. I honestly think
they've lost 2 of the starting 11 and 2 of the best players as well. Really, so I think I've got them. But 13th, I've got them. I can see them being bottom half easily.
I thought I was going to be the outrageous one on this, but obviously Paul Med's on another planet.
Can't wait to keep this list, you know.
I've got West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah.
I went for West Ham for 7th, so.
I've got West Ham 8th. Yeah, I don't know if depends on that striker, innit? He's supposed to be good, isn't he? But I've genuinely never heard of him. That's the Samaka fella.
I've never heard of him. I looked him up. He got 9 goals in Serie B and then he went to Serie A to Genoa and got 8 goals, and I'm like,
That's all he scored, yeah.
32 mil.
Ah, mate, nah, I
How
don't
old
know.
is he?
Oof, good question.
36 years.
He's only 23.
23.
Right.
I had West Ham
That's a
there.
lot of money.
Yeah. I just had the Moyes effect again. Moyes just knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
It's
always
just-
going to have a team organised, isn't he?
Yeah.
They're going to be around there, aren't they?
Like Craig Dawson's basically a pensioner, but try and get past him.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, just whatever Moyes seems to do with them. But they need a striker because Antonio can't do it on his own.
Well, that's what they bought that smacker which been talking about.
But like, obviously, but he's not recognised striker, is he? So he's going to get much game time.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's got 7 international caps,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe he is gonna play, but I don't know.
it's unlike Moyes to spend money on someone he doesn't think's a good player. He's quite wise with money, isn't he, really? So, must have something about him if they're going to willing to spend 30 mil on him, like.
A big season for Bowen again.
He sent 30 mil on someone else as well, but I'm not gonna act like I know who he is because I haven't got a clue.
Just get
But
F-
Nate
Centre-back?
Agward or something.
Is it a centre-back?
He came from
French
Rennes.
team? Yeah.
Yeah, defender. I don't know anything about him either, but that's 60 mil they spent on 2 people. I personally don't have a clue about.
Yeah, I've never heard of him either. I knew he signed him, but I've never heard of him myself.
And that's 60 mil on the core as well, isn't it? The spine of the team. Striker in the centre half.
But I don't think they've done enough to improve on last season again. Maybe, but I think Villa and Newcastle are going to be pushing them. And I think United will be better than what they were last season, so I have them finishing 8th.
They're in the
I
conference,
actually-
aren't they, as well? The Europa Conference this year.
Yeah.
And I think next season, looking a bit far ahead, but I think Rice goes as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I think this.
100%.
Yeah. But they want 150 for him, don't they?
Not getting that
Like,
good.
They'll be unhappy soon, so.
Yeah, I think they've got an agreement why he's not really kicked off this summer.
got the armband,
Sort
didn't
of
he?
like yeah, basically saying you've give us one more season, and I think he's like gentleman's agreement, as it's called.
Oh,
If you take
Probably
one
go
player.
Chelsea, won't he?
I think it'd be Chelsea or United, yeah. I mean, it makes sense Chelsea, yeah, doesn't it? But Kante getting on a bit, doesn't it?
Kante.
Would
Yeah.
he be ideally placed with Liverpool for Henderson?
No,
Nah,
they're
different.
gonna
He's more Fabinho type, isn't he?
we're gonna go Bellingham anyway, aren't we?
Yeah. So what are we on now? Into the top 6, are we?
7.
I've got
I have West.
What? Oh
What?
my god, yeah, you haven't
What?
said Everton yet. have you?
Everton!
So 7. I went West Ham. So yeah, go on, Luke. You could have Everton. Like, go on.
You've just been talking about how
My disrespect.
at the start coming into the season, you think you were going to go down.
Yeah,
You were
we
scared?
lad, okay, lad, I know, we're flying, lad.
You're acting on your emotions, you lad.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
He's
Yeah.
had
A bit
Everton.
of positivity, haven't you?
He's had
Hey.
Everton relegated. Seeing those 2 signings, and next time went 4. Get in, here we go. You're the.
We'll do this at 7:30 on Saturday, and I'll be like, hey, yes, 17th.
You'll come to Stanley and meet us, and you'll be crying. Oh, it's over, lad. It's over.
What's the difference to go 7th?
I walked out at half time.
7. I'll have you a bet now. I'll
go.
throw as much as you want that they don't finish top 7.
You two have to worry about it. I reckon we're going to be up there, mate. I reckon we'll have a good season, lad. Big
Go on.
tack, lad. Don't worry.
You struggle to get top 7 in the championship.
Oh. The bottom 7.
Jesus
That-
Christ!
Gotta have a bit of optimism, lad. I'm not
Alright,
gonna say
why are they finishing 7th? You tell me, lad. Go on.
Mate,
Convince me.
I personally think we've had a very good transfer window. The last, well, if you get Garner and this Onana kid out the way, Tarkowski's quality. I think he's absolutely quality, by the way. Patson, he obviously signed in January, but he's obviously injured. I don't think he played a minute, did he, in the Premiership because he was injured and that. He could be a big player. Mikhalenko looks decent as well. I think issues, goals, I reckon. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin's out as well now. But I still think we're going to sign a striker as well. There's no way Frank Lampard's going to go into this new season with Calvert-Lewin as the only striker in the squad. He can't stay fit as it is anyway. And I'm not classing Rondon as a player because he's fucking garbage. So I think they're going to sign a striker as well.
So if Lampard doesn't sign as a striker, lad, where we finishing then?
I don't think we finish any lower than like 11th. I don't think we finish any lower than 11th. So it depends on if we get a striker in and obviously injuries, because last season was just absolute madness with injuries. But I was gonna say we can't have a worse season than last season with injuries wise, but we just went into the season without Calvert-Lewin for 6 weeks. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing in training, but it's fucking. He said a freak injury as well. So I wonder what he's done.
It was a passing jump.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely tried to do it in a pair of heels. Then he bent his ankle or something.
Yeah.
But
Careful.
here's the thing though. Lampard probably had no intention of signing a striker because he had Calvert-Lewin. And now he's got injured for 6 weeks. You think he's gonna go? You think he's the kind of guy who's gonna go out and panic buy a striker?
No, I think he was going to sign a striker anyway. I don't think you could go into the season with just Calvert-Lewin as your only striker.
Rondon?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, Rondon's not good. But another reason I'm thinking this as well is when Calvert-Lewin got injured, Dobbin was still at the club, weren't he? And he's let Dobbin go out on loan like the day after. So I know Dobbin's not going to play. I know he's not going to play enough, but obviously, if you're losing your striker for 6 weeks, you wouldn't send someone out on loan if you've got no intention of getting someone else in. So I think he's gonna try and get, maybe he can try and get Brozier from Chelsea. I don't know, but I do think we'll sign a striker like.
Who else can play through the middle for you? So it's Ali.
No.
It'll be Dele Alli.
Yeah,
Dele Alli come on against Kiev for Calvert-Lewin, and I thought he's done well. Held the ball up well, it's good finisher anyway. But so I think Dele Alli will start tomorrow against Chelsea. Yeah, again, it could depend on that. If Dele Alli starts the next couple of games and scores, you might not go out, might not need a striker. I think you might say, well, we've got Calvert-Lewin coming back, and we've got Dele Alli slotted in well. So I don't know. That's another big player as well, Dele Alli. I mean, come in last season, didn't do anything because he didn't start. But Dele Alli, if you can get Dele Alli back to just a fraction where he was 5 years ago, massive player, isn't he? Good player. Just seems to. I think he just doesn't care about footy anymore, mate. Just doesn't look arse, does he?
Yeah,
But,
he has got that about him. Like even when he comes on, it's like no emotion.
Yeah, that's it.
It's,
The dead in the eyes, any. But
yeah.
get him back to playing even remotely close to where he was, then massive player, innit? But I don't know.
I like Gray from you lot, but I don't really know what happened to him. But
He's so inconsistent, isn't he? He's just like 1 minute he's baller, the next minute he's just like fucking get him off. Tries to do too much sometimes and that, but he's just inconsistent, isn't he? Good player, but like winger's probably the most common place for to be inconsistent, isn't it? So he's massively inconsistent, like, but good player on his day.
Big season for Gordon again. See if he do it for the second season.
I'm going to be controversial. I don't think he's that good, mate.
I don't think he's that good.
He's good on the ball. He's skillful. He's fast, but his end product's shocking, lad. I don't remember him getting an assist. I don't remember, and every goal he scored was like deflected like fucking 6 times. Don't think he scored a clean goal last season, and then I don't remember him getting an assist either. He works hard. I mean, he's only young. He can improve in that, but I just think he's one of them players who does the hard work and then is fine a ball letting down all the time for me. So
the only assist I can remember was the Chelsea one with Brathwaite. He took the free kick, didn't he?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, he did. But it's mad though, because you'll see him like skin a defender, get in the box, and then he'll just like
dive,
fucking twat it or dive, and like, what are you doing, lad? Just stay on your feet or put a good ball in. So I don't know. I think we'll know by the end of the season how good he is or not. Because if he can work on his end product, he'd be a very good player. But I don't see it at the moment. Like I don't see the end product at the moment.
I think under Frank Lampard, he likes to give young lads a go, doesn't he? So
Lampard loves him, doesn't he? We've made him number 10 now as well, hasn't he?
Made him number 10, that's a big confidence boost for such a young lad as well.
He's swerve all the dinosaur shit, though, lad.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what's going
Looks
on.
like a lesbian, doesn't he?
I don't know what's going on with our club at the moment, but like horrendous things are going on.
I just say, fucking bright blonde, lad. What's going on?
Yeah.
Madness.
So
Alright, well, I still think I think you're deluded.
Yeah.
Like you haven't convinced me. You tried.
Michael Keane, best centre half, won't get past him.
Jesus.
Right, so where are we up to now?
Position was
that was 7th, wasn't it? I had West Ham.
I had Villa.
Yeah, Villa. Ooh.
Yeah, which I spoke about. I said
Yeah.
said everything I had to say about them. But yeah, I think if he's not up there, then he's doing a bad job, and I think he's a good manager. So.
I think he's good manager
Yeah,
himself, to be fair. Like, I just didn't see it last season when I just thought. But it's probably one of them, though, isn't it? He got none to play for and that, so it's hard to be motivated in it when you've sort of just, you're not going to get Europe or, you're not going to go down. It's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, I was at one point, Everton fans were mixed about getting Gerrard in. Some people actually wanted him.
Well, they're never a work lad.
It would never work, like, but you would have got the same thing as Rafa.
I don't know. I don't think it would have been as bad because I think Gerrard's actually is a good manager. Rafa Benitez is fucking 2005, mate. He's awful. He's awful.
Doesn't matter if he was a good manager or not. He could have been playing good football, had a couple of bad results. He's Liverpool through and through.
Yeah, I know. I don't get me wrong. I think it would have been toxic, but not Rafa Benitez level toxic. I was bad. I was bad.
Yeah.
But then again, we were very bad under him. So it's not just because he was a fat cop like twat. He was just a shit manager.
That's one way of putting it, lad. But I agree, lad, he was. No, he just said that for every Evertonian out there. That's a perfect way of doing it. Right, this really gets a bit interesting now.
Careful with the language, please.
Yeah, top 6.
I've got Chelsea. No, sorry, not Chelsea. I've got United number 6. Sorry,
I've got United.
I've got United as well.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I think there's a lot of hype around them, and I think they're better than Villa, West Ham, Newcastle, but I don't think they're anywhere near Chelsea, to be honest. And there's a lot of hype about them again now. Rashford, he's in good form, he's looking good in pre-season. Martial, there's a massive hype train about him, like he's going to come back and be this great striker. He's not. There's just no way. And then is Ronaldo going to play?
I think the club should get rid of him. What he's doing at the club at the moment is just disgusting. Like, I know he's world class. He's done great things for them, but the way he's acting is like a spoiled brat.
The money he's on and he's acting like that, it's fucking shocking. And considering, like, let's be honest, Man United made him the name. He didn't make him because he's made himself from hard work, but the way, like, he's gone back to him, you think it's an artist boss reunion, and he's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he probably was the best player last season for them, but not turning up for training, going on pre-season tours and making excuses when you're getting paid, like, what, £500 a week or something, bang going.
And leaving early after the game because he got subbed.
Yeah.
It's just
not a good look, is it?
Not on.
No, it doesn't look good at all. But
I think Ederson would be quality for him in that midfield.
Yeah. I mean, if you went into the season with Stead and McTominay centre-mid, then you're not some trouble, aren't you? So, good news to go Ericsson. I think Ericsson's still quality himself, like, so.
But they've got Van der Beek as well, who I don't think he's bad. I think he deserves a chance.
Yeah, when he comes to us, obviously we didn't get much to see about him, did we?
That's the issue. He had a good debut, and then just like went off the boil, lad, and just like even when he plays, he's just non-existent, lad. It's just, I don't know. I don't think he's good enough for United. I don't think he'll be good enough for United.
Do you reckon when he come in now, the dressing room is all over the place, where in the club was on.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely played in there, like, but I don't think he's going to take United from where they want to be to the Champions League. I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, I think
you look at the teams around him, and he wouldn't start for anyone else in the top 5, top 6, sorry. So
I'm interested to see the United rebuild.
I think he's a good manager. I think that Ten Hag's a good manager. He knows what he wants and he's strict, but I just don't think they've got a good enough team. I mean, if they signed De Jong, I'm thinking, they can do a top 4 push to get De Jong in that, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen now, does it? So I still think they're short. And you don't know what's going on with Ronaldo as well, do you? So.
But even without Ronaldo, on paper, the front 3, what do we think of it? Sancho, Rashford, Martial. Surely Rashford, there's still a player there. There's got to be, like,
he's got good football ability, and he's just fucking confidence or something. I don't know, but he was every time watching him, right, he weren't even that he was bad. He just lose the ball and just throws his arms up in the air. He just looks angry about everything. But I still think there's a player in there himself. He's a good player.
Sancho for Dortmund was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he's quality player. Sancho himself.
Is it? Do you reckon it's something to do with our media?
Like,
he has a bad game and they just add him. Like, come for this amount of price, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Look what you do for Dortmund.
Yeah.
And it's like, the lad can't focus on football.
Well,
big step up as well, innit? Going from Dortmund to United. Not like, but obviously, I mean, not the league-wise. He's only young as well, isn't he? So, it's a big change for him, innit?
Well, I watched the Arsenal documentary and they were talking about Saka and how the media can just shoot you up and it just brings you straight back down so quick in England. Like, they can hype a player up and then just kill him off instantly.
Yeah.
So, I do think it's the media.
And the bad thing about it was that Southgate's fault, what he done to him. The lad didn't kick the ball.
Absolute madness, lad. I mean, he's probably put his name forward trying to be confident in that, but what manager, top-level manager, goes, I'm going to put this 20-year-old kid on a penalty in the Euros final? It's just fucking...
He hasn't kicked the ball, he's just coming out.
Yeah, just baffling, lad. Baffling.
He still takes the pens with Arsenal, he's bagging them as well.
I don't think you can particularly be a terrible pen taker. It's just nerves, innit? And he's 20 years of age. Henderson was on the pitch, he's captain, won Champions League, won the league. Why is he not taking penalties? Madness. I don't know. It's for another day, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's definitely a conversation
Another
for another.
Yeah,
Well, before we move up,
yeah, go on.
I need to talk about Maguire because
Oh, yeah,
think
go on,
he
no
is
more.
so bad.
Right,
Yeah, he's useless.
he
Absolutely
wouldn't get a game of Heighton Rovers. Like, I'm putting out there.
Don't know what that one like.
But like,
I think we've got a couple of Maguires going on.
What has happened to him? Because when he was stepping out for Leicester, he looked like a machine.
Yeah, but they defend like deep,
Yeah.
and all he has to do is head the ball out. But in United, he's playing from the halfway line. He's got no pace. It looks like he's got no feet half the time.
And
Well, he's back 2 seconds. I think someone's at the door. Be back 2 seconds.
Yeah. And when even when he's trying to play out the back, his passing is going out sort of like throw-ins. And
Yeah, he's just not
Yeah.
a footballer. I don't know. He needs to go somewhere else and to be captain as well.
I don't know how he stayed at 40. He would have took it off him. But
Like, is he even going to start?
who've they got? Varane and
Varane.
Barnes, is it?
Yes. Just signed up Martinez, haven't he?
Oh, Martinez as well, yeah.
Yeah. So they've got him and Varane. It is Martinez, isn't it, the defender they signed.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Spends about 50 mil on him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
come
yeah.
from Ajax as well, which is obviously followed them.
So
Yeah,
for me, I don't. Harry Maguire's captain. My
Because that's
captain doesn't start.
Yeah,
Just doesn't start.
Yeah. I'm so surprised he never slipped him as captaincy. You know, I thought the first thing he'd come in and do is go, listen. He'd try and leave it as like it's for your own good, because obviously a lot of criticism coming your way, a lot of stick. As captain, that's probably part of the part, then, so he can get rid of that pressure. But he's just kept him on. I think he's setting up for failure even more.
I know who I would give it to, and it might be a bit controversial, but who would you give it to if you were taking it off him?
United team.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
This is going to be sound
You were
mental,
saying
but I'd give it to Eriksen. If he's gonna play
yeah.
Eriksen, then I'd give it to Eriksen. Say, let's have a fresh start.
Yeah, I can see what you mean, yeah. Because he's probably one of the only people on the team you know is going to start. Because you got like Varane, you know, on paper Varane's like probably one of the best players, but he's always injured and he just looked dodgy, didn't he? So is he going to play every week? No. Ronaldo looks like he's gone. Was he going to play every week? Fernandes, again, just went off the boil last season, didn't he?
I even forgot about Fernandes. He'll give it to Fernandes or De Gea.
Yeah, it'll be De Gea, won't it? It's been there for, 10 years or so, and still a goalkeeper as well, so it'll probably be De Gea, like.
Yeah, Fernandes.
Good shot stopper, but
Fernandes owes him a big season as well.
Yeah, and I thought he was terrible, like the last 6 months, the last season.
Yeah, I think the Ronaldo effect got to him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not the main man anymore.
Not the main man anymore, yeah.
It's mad how many players spit the dummy out regarding it. You would have thought, you know what, bit of pressure's off me, showing quality around me.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, then.
I
think we've spent too much time on
on United,
his
yeah.
man.
Alright, fifth, I went for Chelsea.
I've got Chelsea.
I've got Chelsea.
My point is no striker.
Yeah.
Just no striker. Havertz got about 6 goals, is it?
Yeah, same reason for no striker.
So I'm going to say something.
Go on.
I think Havertz is overrated, man.
I don't get it myself. I mean, I think he's a good player, and he's won the Champions League for them, but when you watch him, you don't think, he's quality, him. He's just like, don't know, he's just alright, he just does the job, don't he? But he's not like quality, is he?
When you score to win a Champions League, you kick your career on.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
He just hasn't.
Also, is he getting played out of position
Yeah,
as well?
definitely. He's not a false 9. He's a 10.
No.
He's a 10, isn't he? He's going to pick the ball up and he slide plays in, but then when he slides into Timo fucking Werner, you're thinking, what's the point? And there's one thing of his game as well, is he gets involved with centre halves too much. Mina bullied him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Literally he's just constantly on Mina too much, having his own game.
I think Sterling is an unbelievably good sign.
I'm very surprised how they packed in. Why is Pep letting him go? How many goals did Sterling get last season still for them?
He's going to start Grealish.
Yeah.
I'm going to be controversial again. I don't think he's that good.
Don't think Sterling's good?
No. I
think he's so good.
No, I don't like him.
I think his finishing could be do with some improvement.
His finishing's mad, isn't it? But he's there, those weapons. He's there, and he gets so many of them.
Did you cut that bit off?
Yeah, I mean, the owner seems to be just doing like a 40 manager, doesn't he? That just Koulibaly come out of nowhere. This Cucurella, I 60 mil or something. I don't get it. Bizarre. I mean, he's
left back.
Left centre.
And he's a decent player, but I don't get it. I think they've got Chilwell. They spent £100 million on 2 average fullbacks in the past 2 years. Well, not average, it's a bit harsh, but 2 decent fullbacks.
I don't think he's playing left back.
Who?
I think he's going to play left centre back.
Left centre back.
Yeah, I think he's going to play left centre because he play 5 at the back.
No, surely not. He's not a centre back, lad. He's built like a fucking twig.
He's played at centre back before. I'm pretty sure. I could be losing my marbles, but I'm pretty sure he's played centre back before.
I mean, to be honest, it would make more sense, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. If he's gonna play, I mean, I think he could play the back 5 because you've got your other 2 centre, like it'd be Thiago Silva and Koulibaly over it. So they're 2 centre backs, and so he could be like the passer or the pace, couldn't he? So sort of makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, Thiago would be the sweeper.
Because who else is playing in their back 5?
It's going to be Thiago Silva and Koulibaly, isn't it?
Yeah, but then who else is there?
It's been
Aspie?
Aspilicueta and Christensen. I know Christensen's gone now. Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe he's going there then, yeah. It seems weird that he'd spend £60 million on a left back to play him centre back though.
Maybe Chilwell's injury is a bit worse than.
He's back in the squad though, isn't he?
He's
back in the squad for pre-season though.
Maybe it's one that's could possibly be a reoccurring injury.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And they're trying to get rid of Alonso, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, it's going to the Barca, isn't he?
Yeah, it's mad the Barca picking his play though.
Lad, I don't think I've ever seen a slow player in my life. He's like Michael Keane at fullback. He can't run.
And he should be in jail.
Like me.
Unbelievable on the ball. He's boss on the ball, but he can't run, lad.
Yeah.
Like stuck in mud.
His left foot's a one, like.
Yeah, he's got a boss left foot, like.
Boss left foot. So we're all happy with Chelsea just missing out.
What do you think of Jorginho and Kante?
I think Jorginho's an absolute crab, and I've said this since the day he signed him. Absolutely crab. Doesn't do anything. Nice little 2-yard simple passes, but he's a crab. I think Kante's quality, but Kante 2018, 19. Yeah, he's just again he's one of these players. He can't stay fit, lad. When was the last time he played 10 games in a row? I don't remember. It was a couple of years ago now, isn't it?
You know,
I mean, when he does play, when he does play, he still looks quality, but he can't stay fit, lad.
Yeah, he's a good player there. He's mentioned Kovacic.
No, I think he's balling. I think he's a baller.
Yeah.
Absolute baller.
Like, I'm sure me and you spoke about watching the top midfielders, and he ranked them like top 5, I'm sure, of the best Prem midfielders at the moment.
Yeah, he's quality. Kovacic's like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he goes under the radar.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird team. I think they've got a good team, but without a striker, I just can't see it. If they were to go, if say for example Lukaku worked out for them, I think they'd be a quality side now. But obviously never worked out. But they haven't replaced them, so I don't get the reason behind letting them go without signing someone like, especially when you're throwing £60 million at fullbacks you don't need in that. You think you'd go out to buy a striker, wouldn't you?
Isn't Batshuayi still on their books as well? They're trying to get rid of him.
I think he's going to Wolves, isn't he? Seen something he's going to Wolves.
Yeah, he's still there.
I've still got in there if they needed to, but
yeah.
Interesting to see how it's setting up with him. We'll find out tomorrow, won't we? See how he's going to set up with them there. Obviously, Sterling him in the left wing.
Yeah, Sterling him out on in the wings and Havertz up front probably.
Yeah.
Top 4?
So top 4 for me. I went for Spurs at 4th.
I went to Arsenal.
I've gone Arsenal, but I really, really wanted to put them 3rd. I am fully on the Arsenal hype train.
I was watching. I think I've watched their pre-seasons. I'm like watching them. It's like wow. It's like wow.
Gabriel Jesus could be potentially sign of the season, by the way, because I think he's a quality player, and it just
what a pick up.
Yeah, quite. I mean, how much did it cost him in the end? Like 30-40 mil or something.
Yeah, it was not much for what you. Yeah, for someone who didn't play much, but every time he played, he bagged.
Yeah, he's
got one of the best ever goals to game or goals to minutes ratio in the Prem, like best ever. He's in the top 10, yeah.
Yeah, and he scores all his goals against us.
Yeah,
he absolutely hammers us. But yeah, I went for Arsenal 3rd, Tottenham 4th, just by the way.
I've got it the other way around. I've got Tottenham 3rd. I just think Conte's one of the best managers in the world. Kane's one of the best strikers in the world. Don's unbelievable, and I think he's signed well. That Kuvalevski is quality, by the way. Richarlison as well. I know you probably don't rate him as much as I think he's quality, but they've got strength everywhere. That Romero, the centre back, looks quality as well. They've just signed up Spence.
That attack line now, they can actually afford like Son not to do well because they bring Richarlison on, or Kuvalevski, or Kane's not doing well. We'll put Son down the middle.
Yeah,
that's the that's the thing that puts Spurs above Arsenal for me is if Kane gets an injury, they've got cover.
Yeah.
If Son gets an injury, they've got
Yeah.
cover. And also Kulusevski, he can play the 10. I'm pretty sure he could play
Yeah,
the 10 if needed.
Yeah.
So
And they've just got the experience of a better manager, haven't they? Let's be honest, Conte is he's unreal manager. I still can't believe they got him. You know, I just didn't think he'd ever go there, mate. But here we are.
Yeah. And did you see the clips of them in the pre-season where all the players were fighting and that?
Yeah, because they're training that. Yeah.
He's getting them absolutely fit to play whatever system. So I think they're going to do high press now and squeeze everyone.
Yeah.
And with Basuma behind them, backing them up. Oh.
As a Liverpool fan, I really would love Spurs and Arsenal to go 3rd and 4th because obviously I hate Chelsea and United, but Arsenal I've always
would want them to go 3rd and 4th. I like Arsenal. I like Arteta. Obviously, didn't dog us, I suppose, but I've always liked them. Obviously, Everton player, but I don't mind Tottenham either. I love Conte. I think Conte's quality, so yeah. But United, I'm going
Arsenal done well as well, getting Zinchenko.
Yeah.
Nice tidy player. Zinchenko can cover a few
positions.
Mate. Centre mid, left wing, left back, comfortably.
Yeah.
They've got some players I like.
They're going for again younger players, not particularly 20, but young 20s, Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard.
They've got Vieira. They got Vieira now as Andy as well. The one from Sporting as well.
I've not seen much of him.
I've never seen him play, to be honest with you. I forgot about him.
Yeah, they brought him in as well as a young prospect for them.
He's only 22.
Yeah.
I think Smith Rowe's quality.
Who plays centre half for them, by the way? I've seen a few.
Alan White.
Yeah, they're saying that, but there's a kid there called Salamani or something.
He's supposed to be unreal, isn't he?
Yeah, and they're saying that.
A couple of years ago, didn't he? And loaned him out, but he's back now, isn't he?
They're saying that they're going to put Gibbs White right back, not Gibbs White, Ben White right back.
To make room for Saliba.
Yeah, because they're saying Tomasi doesn't fit in. He's injured.
I don't think he's fit. I don't think he's good. That's something. He's just again, it's just one of the players who's just there. It's not standout. It's not really any good.
White right back.
Yeah, it just seems to me a bit like shoehorning to get the use out of the minute, but I don't think he's right back.
No, he's definitely right back.
Bellingham weren't there last year, was he?
He got loaned to Seville, wasn't he?
I know, he was at Betis, I think, and now he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he's back, but I think they're actually trying to sell him, aren't they?
Yeah, he's come back with a naughty tash as well.
Yeah, he's always got a penal tash in, man.
This will be top 2. I think this is the Saki save, isn't it?
I'm still undecided.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
I got
Liverpool second.
City win the league. Yeah, same. City win the league.
And
you know what? Best team.
Yeah, they are the best team, but I think Liverpool have got the mentality over them now, haven't they? Because they've beat them in Charter Shield.
I don't think City will be asked about that at all. I don't think City will give a fuck about that, mate.
No, I don't think City will necessarily be bothered, but we will be. It'll be a big boost for our dressing room. Nunes scoring as well. I think it's a huge boost for us. Haaland missing a sitter.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I guess my head says City and my heart says Liverpool. So I don't know. We can just talk about both of them. I guess I'm going Liverpool second, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm going Liverpool second. I just think Nunes, Diaz, Salah against their Haaland, Grealish, Silva, Foden, and they did De Bruyne feeding them. It's just too naughty. It's just literally Grealish needs to step up.
Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne said to me, I'm Rodri. They're probably the best three midfielders. What's probably be in the Prem, I think.
And they've got Phillips now as well.
I don't think he's.
What you mean? You mean as a free?
As a free, then because they perfect blend. You got Rodri who sits there, De Bruyne gets the ball, and Bernardo Silva's like a
free roll. It's a free roll.
Oh mate, he's just so good, all three of them. When he first signed on Rodri, I didn't even know much of him. I thought, I'd spend this 50 million in, but then he's quality, mate. Quality. Obviously, De Bruyne is De Bruyne, and he's one of the best midfielders that's ever played the Premiership.
And Grealish needs to step up this year. I think this is the year he has to do it. He's going to get
if he has another season like last season, I think he'll be probably sold, I reckon.
Yeah. But when's he going to start playing Foden regularly? He's going to be a starter. When is that going to happen?
Yeah.
That he's starting all the majority of the games.
Yeah, because he was Silva's replacement, wasn't he?
Yeah, and right now everyone's saying, Grealish is going to play. Mahrez on the right, Grealish on the left, Haaland up front, then you got Bernardo Silva. What a team, by the way. Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Rodri. But where's Foden fit in? Because I think Foden is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he'll play over Grealish. I think he'll play on the left. Or,
But
I don't know, maybe Grealish on the right or Foden on the right, possibly. But you can't not start Mahrez, no Mahrez.
It's not Mahrez,
Yeah,
like,
Mahrez
you
is
can't.
20, isn't he?
do you reckon he's thinking Silva and Foden in and out of each other? Similar type
Maybe.
players in the 10.
Yeah, they are quite similar, aren't they? But I don't know. You can't. I mean, if you can get both of them in, you would, because you can't not play Bernardo Silva. He's quality.
I know it gets me. They tried to sell him a couple of years ago.
I know, yeah, he was, weren't he?
Yeah, they tried to force him out, and look at him. He's got everything.
Yeah, he reminds me a bit like David Silva, the way he plays, but he's just like a bit faster, I suppose, isn't he? But quality.
I think the key for Liverpool City is defence. You can just keep the goals out the most.
I think our defence is better.
I think Liverpool got a better defence, to be fair. Like.
Yeah.
I think Alisson's a lot better than Ederson.
I think we've got 4 of the best players in their position. Van Dijk, Robbo, Trent and Alisson.
Nah, I'd have Cancelo over Robbo and Trent. Cancelo's quality.
No, but we've got 4 of the best. Like.
Oh, yeah. I think he's definitely
they
the
are
best defence.
the best.
And my thing about it, everyone raves on Van Dijk, which sure.
I wouldn't have. Did you just say you'd have Ederson over Alisson?
No, I said Alisson's well, isn't it?
Okay.
Ederson's just for kicking in it. It's literally the way to play. But for
I
me,
think he's a good keeper, like, but he's not that good of a keeper. He's just good on the ball, so which is why obviously he gets a lot of hype, don't he? But actual keeper wise, I don't think he's like amazing.
The one person that didn't get enough hype for me was Mata. I thought he had a better season than Van Dijk. Like,
he's solid, you know what you're gonna get, don't you?
Yeah,
He's never going to give anything less than a 7 or 8, is he? He's just every week he's quality. But and then again, City, I think City have got Diaz and Laporte and Stone. I think Stone's quality, but can't really get a run going. Diaz is unbelievable, but I don't know. I think Liverpool got best defence, like.
I also think we've got the second best midfielder in the Prem.
Thiago.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's a good player.
So good.
Have you seen his goal and training? Have you seen that latest clip?
No.
Oh, just go and search that. It's an absolute magician. Like, didn't even celebrate because he just expects it. It's just disgusting.
Is it mad how he was a winger?
What's he, yeah?
Where's that pace
he was a
coming
winger,
from?
lad.
Where's that pace coming from Thiago?
You sure it's not his brother? Hasn't he got a twin brother?
No, he was at Barca. He was a winger at Barca.
Yeah, no, I know he was at Barca, but he's got a twin brother, hasn't he? He was at Barca as well. You sure you're not looking at him?
No, he was a winger. He starts out as a winger.
Oh, Matt,
You can see it, search it. He starts out as a winger and then went to centre mid.
Yeah, wouldn't have thought that, like.
Good job he did swap me, because imagine killing his game on the wing.
I'm looking forward to seeing how we develop Carvalho and Elliot. Like Elliot breaking his ankle last season was so harsh. He was playing so well. I don't know how he gets back into the team.
I'd love to punch his face in, just put it out there. I think we should have a podcast on most hated players, and I think he'd be up there by everyone. He's got he's as punchable as Jesse Lingard, lad. His little shit fucking face, like, shut up, Harvey. Fuck you. Bitch.
I think
The 5 subs is going to help them.
Yeah.
I think
Helps the big
Carvalho's
clubs,
looked amazing in pre-season. Like, he actually looks a hell of a player.
Yeah, he's supposed to be good.
He's been playing on the left as well.
Big loss of Fulham, that. I thought they might have let him stay on loan for him and get Premier League experience, get him to play. But
Yeah,
But
it would make sense, wouldn't it?
But I said this last year about Elliot at the start of the season. I was having a conversation with one
Where
of
did you get him from again? Was it Bournemouth?
Who? Carvalho?
Harvey Elliott? No, Harvey Elliott.
Elliot we got from Fulham as well, I'm pretty sure. Fulham.
Was it, yeah?
Was it Blackburn?
Fuming
No,
then.
Blackburn. It was Blackburn. He did start at Fulham.
he went on loan to Blackburn, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, no, it was Fulham then, yeah, it was Fulham.
Right, I've got the team news here for Arsenal, so you get to see what they've gone for here. Back 3 of Gabriel, Saliba and White, with Saka, Partey, Xhaka and Shinchenko up in front of him, with Odegaard in the 10 and Martinelli and Jesus up front.
So Saka's playing right wing back.
Yeah, and Shinchenko the left wing
I've seen
back.
that, don't I?
And then Palace have gone with Edouard up front, so Ian's happy.
Yeah.
Saha,
Yeah.
this is with Saha, Eze and Ayew. Where is Elise on the bench?
Oh, she's not playing, isn't it?
No, he's not playing. He's not on the bench.
Yeah,
He's
he's
injured.
injured. Yeah, he's injured.
So he's injured then.
Haven't they just signed this Decore?
Yeah, the core. He's playing with Schlupp and then Klein, Anderson, Guy and Mitchell.
What fucking
That
hell?
Arsenal team looks quite naughty, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a good team, I like it.
You know what I forgot about Odegaard? He's the captain in this year.
Weird that, I'm surprised with that one. It's weird, that, isn't it?
Isn't it mad how a 35-year-old Goiter or whatever his name is start over Jack Butland? after the hype around Jack Boytland
Remember
all
the
those
hype
years
around
ago.
him? Yeah. Next big thing, when he was at like Birmingham or whatever it was.
Yeah. And Sam Johnson's the backup keeper now as well, isn't he?
Who's?
Palace, because Butland's injured.
Ah,
Oh, is he? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought. Okay, I didn't know he went there. He's all.
he's
Keeping him.
good. He's good. He's better than Butland.
Yeah, that Gates is alright though. He's a good little keeping him.
I don't know how that go out to play, you know, because he's got dodgy back. Have you seen his back? It's like it's all arched and everything. It's all weird.
To me,
Yeah, it's got like your back. Like he just sits in games. But yeah,
to me, lad, I look back at my fucking GoPro and I just see me little fucking hunchback, lad. I think, fuck yeah. What's that, lad?
We got one person put their predictions in, didn't we? Sean put his predictions in, and he wouldn't be happy if he left them out, would he? So he went for from 20th upwards. So we had Bournemouth, Fulham, and Southampton to get relegated.
Fair.
Then he had Forest, Brentford, and then Everton.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is it off? Is it off played on? He put it in the group, didn't he?
Yeah, put it in the group.
Let me get it up in the group.
Yeah, go on, you get it in the group so you know what you're looking at.
I mean, it's not a million miles away from what we've done, to be fair. Same sort of format in it, same top six. You've got like West Ham, Newcastle, Leicester around there. Bottom three. Saints. Did anyone else pick Saints to go down?
So he's got Bournemouth, Fulham, Saints, which is fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Bulbert just keep going through it.
Yeah.
Forest, Brentford,
Everton, and then you got Everton. He's got Leeds, Brighton, Palace,
Leeds being
the
that
mad
high
one.
up.
Yeah, I don't get that one. Like,
and then Wolves in the 11th, and then his top 10.
fucking clueless, Sean.
Yeah.
Like.
Top 10 he goes Villa, Leicester, Newcastle.
I don't think it's a bad top four.
It's just the Leeds one for me. That's the only thing. What stands out on that for me is the Leeds.
There's one more a little higher up that I'm a little bit.
Newcastle.
Chelsea
No.
fourth. I just can't
Yeah,
see
no,
it.
so
I
then
cannot see.
he gets West Ham finishing 7th, and then he's got United 6th, which we all agreed on. Arsenal to miss out on Champions League. That is like, it could happen.
It definitely could happen. The bottlers, they bottled it
Yeah.
last season, but Chelsea need a striker.
Yeah, Chelsea high out with no striker there. They don't get Champions League without a striker.
Oh, I think they need a striker. Like.
Yeah.
To be honest, I expected Sean's.
I thought Liverpool would be top.
I mean, I think we've got to go with our head, haven't we?
Yeah.
And City have won 4 of the last 5.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't want to put the top and jinx them either. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I expected his top. I expected his table to be a lot worse.
Yeah. What happened to that group with the eye? Would have thought I was expecting a lot worse.
I thought you'd have Anne Hegarty and the Beast in there as well.
But I also expected Luke's to be a lot worse. I mean, Everton 7th was probably.
That was always going to happen, you know. That was always going to happen.
I actually think Bull had the worst table out of everyone.
Yeah,
Controversial,
mine's more controversial. But
Yeah.
someone has to, you know what I mean? Someone has to be controversial. I've gone for it. But yeah, that's Sean's prediction. So obviously we'll look at, come the end of the season, come May, we'll have a look to see who got the most right out of that one. Do you think, before we go, anyone wins the Champions League in the Prem?
I think City could. City could.
I think it's City or Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool
Yeah.
should have won it last year. I think, yeah, as good as Madrid are. I was having a conversation, I think it was with Mike, and he was saying, like, Real Madrid are the best team in the world because they won the Champions League. I'm like, well, they're not.
Nah, I don't know.
They're not. City are the best team in the world. There's no
Like-
denying it.
I know this is probably for another day, like, but every game, like, you've battered them in stages. PSG dominates them over 2 legs, by the way, and Man City should have had about 12 past them. That it's just, I mean, obviously they are a good team, but to say not the best in the world, no chance
There's no
whatsoever.
way.
I mean, that's 6 games or 5 games there, isn't it? And they lost, like, you know, they got battered the most of the games. It's just, I don't know, it's Benzema popped up, didn't he?
The best team in the world doesn't always win the Champions League, and City have been the best team in the world
Yeah.
for years. Liverpool for what, 1 or 2 years, but it's us 2 best teams in the world.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
Hopefully he's
Like with Haaland now, they got a striker who can. I think they need. How many times did we say last season? Imagine if City had a good striker. I mean, they won the league anyway without one, but do you know what I mean? Now they've got, if you can keep Haaland fit, because he's a bit of a tampon, isn't he? He was injured quite a lot last season, mainly, but I think he can win the Champions League. Like, I don't think anyone else in Europe. I mean, I was going to say Bayern Munich, but they've just sold them Lewandowski, haven't they? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully City and Liverpool avoid each other and get to the final, then we can see what
And
goes
City
on.
win.
Hopefully not.
Can't wait to find City stuff like
Hopefully City get beat by someone else. Because honestly, like losing the Champions League, it felt like shit. Thankfully, I was out getting hammered. But if we'd have lost the City, it'd have felt 10 times worse.
Three
10
finals
times
you've lost, isn't it? The last like 15 years or something now, isn't it?
Lost
Bad that, innit?
2 to Madrid and
And-
1 to Milan.
Yeah. And then the one you did win didn't really count because it was cheating.
Take me on it, then.
It was cheating. Right.
Just losing every Champions League odd. That's all I do.
Right, we're going to call it there, lads. Nice one for being here today. As always, drop a comment below, people, of your Premier League prediction. It shouldn't be too far off, I don't think, of what we've done apart from mine, and maybe Everton not being 7th. But you can follow all our social media stuff at the bottom of the page in the description as well, so make sure you do like, subscribe, and follow. And until next week, which I think we're going to come back next week, we'll see you same time next week. Enjoy the footy, it's officially back. See you later.
Fuck the fucking toffees!